This is Brent with Lykins Motorsports. It is a Thursday evening, and we're going to look at some carburetors. I've got, I want to show you everything for our current builds. So, builds that we will be starting on and finishing hopefully sometime soon. The first of which is this 3259. Holley, which is a 715 CFM. This is a Le Mans Bowl carburetor. Most of the carburetors that I want to show you have been refurbished, replated, restored by Drew Pojednik in Georgia. And Drew does a lot of my carburetor work. Just fantastic workmanship. He does his own coloring. And everything is just a really nice reproduction, or I guess it's not a reproduction, but just a, what am I looking for? You know what I'm talking about. All right, so this is for our 289 build. If you remember from past videos, the period correct 289 for the Shelby Cobra build. I'm still waiting on the crankshaft to come back from my very slow crank grinder, but just received this yesterday and wanted to show it off. But just an excellent looking piece. Vacuum secondary. Everything looks brand spanking new. So you pull them out of the box and they smell like gasoline because Drew tests them on his own vehicles, which is good. But this will be a nice looking reproduction. Well, it's not a reproduction. I don't know what to call these. This is a real deal carburetor, okay? It's not a look-alike or anything like that. So I'm still looking for the words to restoration. Hot dog. There you go. So these are restored. Sorry, Drew, if you're watching. But everything looks really, really nice. And it'll do very well on our little 289. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, before we show the next carburetor, I thought I would do this for Mr. Dory. This is his intake manifold, the factory cast iron 4-barrel intake manifold. I've already had the flanges cut that we were going to I outlined that we were going to do that in a couple of videos back, but this is what the intake would look like with the carburetor on it. Very nice. All right, next one up is this Holley 750 mechanical secondary. This is for our 427 medium riser build that we have going on, and again, waiting on crank grinder to finish that so we can get that engine knocked out. Again, this has been restored by Mr. Drew. Excellent work. Everything replated, made new again, tested. And been using a lot of his carburetors. If you look back through some of my videos, Project Junkie Junk used a couple of Holley 660s that Drew made for me. And he's just done a lot of work for me, and I've been satisfied every single time. So his business name is Airfuel Spark. He's on Facebook and some of the Ford forums, so you may see him around. Again, 427 medium riser, be a nice little carburetor. Next up is this fully restored 1050 Dominator. Drew did this one for me as well. This is a list number 8082. This is going on my 397 cubic inch tunnel port dyno mule. So got the intake being roughed in right now, and the heads are being machined right now. This is what the underside of a Dominator looks like if you haven't seen it. Very large spread on the base plate. If the intake manifold is not made for it, then you have to use something like a carburetor flange adapter, such as Super Sucker, or there's several companies that make those, that you can go from a 4150 up to a 4500. And the last carburetor I'm going to show for you this evening is for Mr. Jeff's 500, I think it's 505 cubic inch FE build that we will be starting in a little bit. We've been accumulating parts for it. It's going to use BBM block, and we have some ported trick flow heads for him, along with a ported Blue Thunder medium riser intake. One of my hydraulic roller camshafts will be used, as well as my non-adjustable rocker arms. He wanted this particular finish on the carburetor, so we ordered this one for him. This is a Quick Fuel Q950. It's actually a BDQ 950 black diamond finish, and these will support a whole lot of go power. And we'll probably be making, his will be a straight engine pump gas, and somewhere around the 625 to 650 horsepower mark. But picking up this carburetor compared to the older Holleys is a big difference. Okay, let's try that again. Billet metering blocks, along with the billet base plate. Billet metering blocks have a lot of little niceties inside, different emulsion tubes, and everything is machined and perfect. And these are good for sometimes 15-20 horsepower over a similar carburetor of the same CFM. So based on what and these have been tested apparently by Quick Fuel too. Nice little pump shot there from the leftover gas. But yeah, so we'll put this back in the box for Mr. Jeff, and get it ready for the build coming down the pipe. So also the beauties of the carburetor, all the screw-in air bleeds are easily changeable, and you can hot swap those on the fly instead of having to drill out or plug or whatever, or drill and tap if you know, if you so choose the desire to do that on the older Holleys. But pretty almost infinitely tunable with some good parts. So a couple of carburetors that are on their way. I have a set of 600 Holleys coming from Drew for our Street 302 tunnel port build. And let's see, oh, I have a pair of can't remember the CFM, but a 2x4 set for Mr. Joe and his Ford FE build. I should have refreshed my memory before I made the video, but I can put up some pictures of his carburetors that are finished and I believe are being tested right now, and will be on their way to me pretty soon. All right, guys, so just a little bit different, something a little bit different this week. A bunch of carburetors. My goal is to make things look good as well as run good, and I'm going to hit the mark with all of these. So good parts. All right, guys, I hope you're having a good week. I'm going to jingle my crank grinder tomorrow and see if I can light a fire under him. Hopefully get some parts in here. I'm needing to get some engines finished. All right, guys, have a good weekend. If I don't hear back from you, or if I don't pop another video on the tube, and I hope you're doing well. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, please. Thank you for all the recent subscribers. My channel is growing at a steady little pace. I'm thankful for that, and all the views, and I'm thankful for you guys watching. Y'all have a good day.